Wow, what's going on, guys? It has been a while since I have sat down and done a video. It has been quite the journey. I'm still going through it. More stuff has been heaped on me, so I'm going through quite a bit right now. I hope everybody is doing well. I truly do. I'm sorry for my lack of video input lately with you guys. It is just this awakening that I'm going through, the dark night of the soul, the realignment with my higher self, all that good stuff. It's just taken a toll. I just don't care. It's not to mean when I say that I don't care. I do. I love you all so very much. It's just, I have no passion anymore. I'm simply existing, I guess, is the best way to put it. But now that I'm going to be going through more stuff here right now. They raised my rent, so I'm moving basically. Now I'm going to move out west. I have no job, no place to live. I've got to be out in a couple weeks. So that's taking place as well. Anyway, today's topic. Let's get on it. I was digging around in my brain. I'm thinking, what can we talk about that would really benefit you guys? And I was asked to do a couple videos about the topic that I'm going to talk about today. And I was like, that is a good topic because you guys just don't understand at all about it. So I was like, let's do a video on it. So, and I'm like, yeah, all right, here we go. So today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the dark side of having a near-death experience. What takes place? All of you seem to think that it's just beautiful, sunny, rainbows, puppy dogs, and kitten cats. And what follows, sometimes immediately, or in my case, a few years later, events that are profound in your life and that do change you even more. So we're going to talk about that today, the dark side of having a near-death experience. And in my case, and I will always talk about my case, I'm not going to talk about any other person, and their near-death experience, what they did, what's happening with them. This is strictly with me. And eventually, I do believe that it will affect those that have had a near-death experience, whether they've had what I call a dark near-death experience, you guys call it a hellish one, or a beautiful, loving one like mine. All right? You're still eventually going to go through these stages. And right now, I'm in the void, as I've told you. So let's talk about it. What happens? So first and foremost, I was single when I had my near-death experience, all right? Divorced for 5 years at this time. I had no idea that this was coming or any part of it. So April 2nd was just another day. I woke up, went to work, came home, started to die. And in fact, did that later that day or whenever it was. All right. Had this most beautiful, profound experience, the most loving experience I have ever experienced. You will never find that kind of love here. The love that we exist in our true selves is something that you have to dig and find, all right? And that you have to go within for that. Even though our soul is not inside our body, it's wrapped around it like a latex glove. When you put on a latex glove, all right? There's nothing inside this body. So when I mean you go within, you have to quiet this and you have to zone out. All right. But I didn't know that at the time. I just had a beautiful experience. Became very depressed when I talked about it afterwards. I mean, you can't do this. I'm shaking my hand at God. I'm like, you can't do this to somebody. You cannot do this. Right. And through the years now, the 5 years, I realized that I created this near-death experience. I needed it to get me back online, and it worked brilliantly and perfectly. It did it. I didn't know that at the time. All I know is I'm deeply depressed. I'm still in a physical form in an apartment, the one that I'm sitting in now, and still feeling the love of home, a father, and very, very depressed. Was very depressed for about 2 years. Deep depression. It was very difficult for me to get up. But at the same time, I lost my job. I had eviction notices. My car got repossessed. This is in the middle of COVID. Nobody would hire me. Nobody would talk to me. Unemployment wouldn't pay for me, right? I've got eviction notices. I've got to get out. Granted, all of that was saved, but I still had to go through that experience. On top of being depressed, I'm trying to feed myself. I'm learning how to walk. I'm learning how to talk. I'm learning how to write again. I mean, I was a 50-year-old invalid, basically, learning all of this all over again. On top of being evicted, having no food, trying to find work, which I couldn't for 9 months, so it was brutal, guys. I mean, it was brutal on me. And I'm going, I'm gathering strength. I'm again, baby steps in eating and all of this. Things start to roll, okay? I start talking about my near-death experience. Then a year later, or 2 years later, I had a profound out-of-body experience right here on this couch. So I'm starting to go through deep spiritual experiences during these next 5 years, okay? Meetings with either ascended masters, or I called it Archangel Michael. 2 meetings. Surgery right here on this couch, all right? When I went through my Ascension process in 2023, a brutal experience, all right? Again, I lost my job. Why? I had to go through this experience. There's no way I could have worked at the time. No way with what I was going through, all right? So now I'm sick. I'm throwing up. I'm losing more weight. I'm chubby now again, but lost 65 pounds. This was where I had the surgery. I came home shaking uncontrollably, right? I'm throwing up. I'm dizzy. I'm sweating profusely laying in bed. I'd roll over to the left, and it was just a puddle of standing cold water that would roll over the top of my stomach. Same thing, I'd roll this way, more cold water. So, and that was my higher self hovering above this body while I am going through the ascension process, going into the 5D, and it was extremely painful. My joints were killing me, my hips, my knees, my elbows, everything hurt, especially my spine, my back, because higher energy, light energy was entering my body and entering my head. I had blistering migraines, backaches. All right, I'm in a job that I just don't want. I started my YouTube channel. I started my website for growth with people, and it was a brutal process. Once again, eviction notices. Got to get out. Had to go to court. Lost in court. Came back 2 days before the police were literally on their way to throw me out of my apartment. It got saved. So when I mean divine timing takes place, divine timing takes place, all right? I mean, I was literally going to be thrown out. And that was, when did that was in 2023, right? 2 years ago. And again, I went through some physical changes again in that process. And now I have hit within these last, I would say, since the beginning of this year, really, I'm in my awakening stage, right? Jason, what is the awakening? The awakening is basically the ego death, the death of the ego, the dark night of the soul, where everything, and that just truly means that you are aligning with your true self, your higher self, okay? And you have to be patient with yourself. You have to love yourself even more deeply, because the passions that you once had, like, could be, for me, video gaming, it just isn't there anymore. Playing music, listening to music is, I put it on and it doesn't make me smile anymore. It doesn't bring me that upbeat, come on, Jace, let's go while I'm at work kind of thing. It just isn't there. I'm having a hard time picking books up to read. I just don't have the desire for it anymore, or to be here basically in this physical realm anymore. So it's very hard. And now I'm going through another change with this awakening is my lease is due, right? And they've jacked my rent up another $45. So now I'm paying well over $1,400 for an apartment that is not worth it in my mind. And I refuse to re-sign the lease. I have to be out by the end of the month. So I'm going to move to Arizona. Do I know anybody in Arizona? I have no clue. I've picked out general locations, but I don't have a job. I don't have a place to live. But either way, I've got to be out of here in 2 weeks. I'm tired of the blistering cold here in Wisconsin. Yeah, I mean, when it's 30, 40, sometimes even 50 below zero, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. I'm done. So, and I've been getting notices from through my phone and through emails and stuff, long distance moving. That's them telling me it's time to move, it's time to go. So I have to put faith and belief in all of this because I'm clearly moving long distance with no job, no place to live. And in most cases, if I can't get help, all of this furniture, everything that I ever owned will be thrown in the garbage. I will take the clothes on my back and move. But that's what's happening, guys. When I say that there's a darkness that follows your near-death experience, some right away, others with me, it's taken 5 years. I've had some beautiful experiences, beautiful out-of-body experiences, beautiful otherworldly dimension realms. But in the same aspect, what I have gone through physically, in the physical, has been brutally hard on me. It's a position that I don't envy anybody that is going through this, or when they see this video, because all my videos are timeless, guys. They pop up on your feed when you need them the most. It's that simple. All right. So if this video pops up and you've gone through an event and this is resonating with you, I highly encourage you guys to watch the rest of my videos. They will help you. Scroll down to the bottom, watch my near-death experience, move right on up. Watch my lives, all right? This coming week, Friday, will probably be my last live in a while because I'll be moving. I will have no place to be to do them unless I do them on my phone, which is something I could do sitting in my car or a truck stop or something, who cares? But anyways, there's a darkness that comes with this, right? And when you're at the moment barely scraping by, you're barely feeding yourself, you can't go out and go do things because the funds just aren't there, even though you're telling yourself that they are. And you're in pain, and you have you're alone. And let's talk about that, guys. All right, many of you, most of you are social creatures. You need, and I don't like using that because we're to need nothing while we're here. Many of you need a relationship. You need somebody around you, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, same sex, whatever. A relationship is basically what I'm trying to say, right? You want that relationship. You want that companionship. You want that intimacy, that closeness, right? Many of you cannot deal without it. So when COVID hit, you guys freaked out. I can't go to the bar. I can't go grocery shop. To me, it was beautiful. I loved every minute of it. Not the fact that people were dying, but the fact that I could go on the road, there was nobody there. I could walk into a grocery store and there would be 2 people in there, right? That didn't bother me at all. This part of the dark side of being in a near-death experience, having to be alone. You will be alone when you go through these things. And if you're married, marriage will end up failing. Why? Because that partner will turn around and say, you're not the person I married. All right, I want a divorce. You're not who I married anymore. All right, I needed the person that was. Well, that person could have been a gangster thug, kind of abusive, and now you're all lovey-dovey and crying all the time. Most partners will not stay with you because you change fundamentally on a level that they're not comfortable with. You've risen in vibration and it makes them uncomfortable. So if you're in a relationship, whether married or not, that's over with. They will leave, pack up the kids, move, they're gone. So when you go through these things, you will also do it alone. All of it. You will be alone. You will lose your friends. You will lose your, I've lost, even though I wasn't close to them, I lost everything, right? I don't have friends. I don't have, other than you beautiful people out there on YouTube. I don't speak to anybody in my family. So when I mean I had nobody to help me, there was nobody to help me get up and go to the bathroom. I laid in my own feces for days. Trying to take a shower was beyond brutal. It took hours to shower, right? I could barely get the razor up here, and I'd come down and I would fall, and I had no energy to shut the water off, to move. It was truly a horrific experience when I began to shift through my ascension into the 5D, into my awakening, which is the dark night of the soul, the ego death that is now taking place. It's truly darkness. It is truly terrifying, because during the ascension process, when I transitioned from the carbon-based body into a crystalline body, right? What does that mean? It means your cells are going from carbon-based, so we're talking microscopic here, right? DNA level stuff is being redesigned through silica, which is sand, right? Well, what happens when silica heats up? It turns into crystal or glass. What does that do? It absorbs more light, right? So your body, in the first place to start that, is your spine, and it is painful, beyond painful, all right? Trying to cook, trying to sit, trying to sleep, trying to do anything. It is brutal. So that took a big toll. Going through it now, I still have some headaches, but it's just really the passionless motivation that I have. I know that I have to, find places to go. I've got boxes in my truck. I'm going to go start packing things up. Worst case scenario is I throw it all out. There's nobody to help me, right? And most moving companies, they want $1,500 to $2,000 or higher to move somebody cross country, right? I'm not staying in Wisconsin. We're done. That decision is done. They know it. They've been pushing me towards it. It is now here. I have to trust the process. So I am. So there it is, right? So this coming weekend and during this week when I come home from work, I'm going to start packing, throwing everything in the corner over here. A lot of stuff is just getting tossed out. And that's it, guys. This video isn't going to be that long, but I just wanted you to know that we, especially me, who have a near-death experience, go through a profound change in who you are, not only in your way of thinking, in your mind. Remember, this isn't your mind. This is your brain. It's a CPU. These aren't eyes. You don't see with these. They are lenses for you to project what you are dreaming right now out into the physical realm. So when you walk out and you see the trees, there are no trees there. You're actually just projecting those trees there. Again, you forget how powerful you are, all right? So it is a profound change, and it comes with darkness, guys. It comes with darkness. And for all of you that are social, who have a lot of friends, who are close with your family, whatever the case may be, a majority of you, if not all of you, will lose most of that, all right? Your own identity even is gone. I look at this as I'm filming this and I'm making this for you guys. I see me, but that's not me. It has nothing to do with who I am. All right. So that's another thing that you have to get up. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, you know that that's not you. It's a fake representation. It's just something that you created. Again, so it's a profound and fundamental change on you guys that you need to be prepared for, or know that when you're listening to somebody that has had this experience, that they are also going to be going through some of these things. They will be. All of you will eventually in time. All right. And if you haven't ascended now, by the time of your own transition home or death, Father will pick a new third dimensional 3D world for you to incarnate into, while the rest of us will go into the new age of the earth the next time we incarnate. All right. So I want you guys to know that it's not all puppy dogs and kitten cats and ice cream and all of that. There's darkness that follows, a deep darkness, a deep depression, a deep change in your life. The way you eat, the way you think, the way you sleep, the way you talk to people, the way you interact with the world is changed. All right. And then you start to go through these changes, these awakenings and your ascension, and it's brutal. It is brutal on your body. It was brutal on my body. I've gained weight again. I'm not as skinny as I was, but I am. But it's a fluctuation in everything with you, and it's brutal. I want you guys to know that, and that's where I'm going to leave it today. I don't want this video very long. I want you to know that there is a dark side to having a near-death experience, and I'm, in the middle of it right now, still, right, with my awakening, ego death, all that good stuff, and with what's coming up for me now, a massive change. So I love you guys very much. Thanks for sticking with me during this time. I am truly sorry that I haven't been smashing these videos out. There's another video that I want to do. Maybe, I don't know when, because I'll be traveling out to Arizona by the end of the month. This coming week will probably be my last week at work. It's here. I love you guys. Stick with me. More is to come, all right? This Friday will be a live video, all right? So when you come on, I will be talking about this move and all that, so you can, you guys can get that too. But just so you know that it's coming, all right? And that if you don't see me for a while, that's what's going on with me, all right? I love you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. Put your comments down there. I read them. You guys know I do. I respond to them. If there's a video that you want done, if there's information that you want, put it down there. I will get to it as quickly as I can. All right, guys? I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your continued support from this channel. I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. I know I was going every week full force, and then, things started happening and I kind of fell on my face. That's all right. You get up and you continue to go. You endeavor to persevere. And without you guys, I just wouldn't be there. And I'm beyond grateful for all of you, each and every one of you, for each and every one of you that show up for my live. Thank you. For those of you that do support this channel financially, thank you. I am not one of those, as you guys have known, that says, smash that thumbs up, like that video, like and subscribe, pass it on to others. I don't do that. That's not what these videos are for. They're for you to sit there and indulge. All right? I will never ask you to like or subscribe. I will never ask you for money. It's not what I do this for. I do it because I love all of you. All right? And with that, I bid you farewell. I wish you the best. I hope you have a blessed week, and I will be on Friday night. The last time in this place. I've lived here for 7 years. So we'll spend the last live here together. I love all of you very much. And would you look at the time? Look at that. 11:11. Divine. How about that? Love that. They're saying, yep. I love you guys. And I will see you Friday night. 7 p.m. Central, because now I'm moving to Mountain Time. So how about that? I love you guys. Again, I'm looking to move towards Tempe, Mesa, Arizona, Phoenix, maybe Tucson. I'm trying to find work. I'm applying for jobs down in that area here through Indeed. If anybody any landlords down there, anybody that can help me out, that I would truly appreciate. Reach out to me. If not, I love you guys. I'll see you Friday night. Bye, guys.